Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most seismic moves in the NFL this season, especially for the Falcons. Rumors have been swirling around the league, and now it's looking like there's a real possibility that TJ Watt, one of the most feared pass rushers in the NFL, could be heading to Atlanta. That's right, the Steelers are reportedly exploring a trade that would send Watt to the Falcons, and if it happens, it could change the entire landscape of the NFC South and the NFC as a whole. Let's break down why this is such a game changer. TJ Watt, at 31 years old, is still playing at an elite level. Just look at his numbers from this season. 32 solo tackles, 18 assists, 50 combined tackles, 8 sacks, 68 total pressures, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and an impressive plus 0.41 EPA per rush. For those who follow advanced stats, that puts him in the top tier of edge rushers across the league. Watt returned from an ankle twist in Week 9 and immediately picked up steam, recording 2 sacks in Week 11 against the Ravens. His career numbers are staggering: 118 sacks since 2017, with 19 sacks already in 2023. He's a vocal leader on the field, almost like a modern-day Reggie White in terms of production and presence. The Steelers, meanwhile, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They've been facing some issues on the offensive line, giving up 36 sacks to Justin Fields and the Bears recently. The team has cap space, about $16 million remaining, but Watt's extension is looming, valued at around $38 million. Plus, with other key players like George Pickens and Highsmith needing extensions, and Cameron Hayward emerging as a dominant force with a PFF grade of 82. 4-7 sacks, Pittsburgh's defense is at a crossroads. They're also giving up 6 points per game this season, not quite the defense we've seen from the Steelers in past years, especially for a team that's traditionally been a defensive powerhouse. So why would the Steelers consider trading Watt? Well, the logic is clear. With the offensive line struggling and the team looking to rebuild, perhaps moving Watt now makes sense financially and strategically. They're also aiming to clear cap space to lock down younger talents like Pickens and Highsmith with extensions. Plus, Cameron Hayward's emergence and the defense's recent dip, allowing 6 points per game, suggests that Pittsburgh might be looking to reset and build around younger pieces. Now, shifting gears to the Falcons, and this is where it gets really exciting for us fans. Atlanta is currently sitting at 6-5 and has been performing well on defense, but they're still in need of that game-changing pass rusher. Their pass rush ranks 20th in the league with just 28 sacks, and while Grady Jarrett remains a consistent force, the team needs more firepower up front. Adding Watt to the mix could transform Atlanta's defense overnight. Imagine a front with Watt, Onyemata, and Odafe Oweh rotating in. That trio would elevate the entire unit, turning Atlanta into one of the most formidable defenses in the league. From a schematic standpoint, Watt's presence would allow Raheem Morris to dial up more aggressive schemes. Watt, as the closer in the final moments of games, especially with his relentless pressure, would turn Atlanta into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. And if you look at his impact this season, Watt's pressure rate is a staggering 34%, and he's generating pressure at a rate that would make him a game winner in clutch situations. His ability to set the edge and collapse the pocket would free up other defenders, creating more opportunities for the likes of Grady Jarrett and Onyemata to eat up the run and rush the quarterback. With Watt on board, the Falcons would project to reach around 40 sacks as a team, which would be a significant jump from their current total. His addition would immediately boost the pass rush, but it's not just about sacks. Watt's presence also elevates the run defense. His top 4 EPA per rush and 22% increase in run-stop-win rate means the Falcons could start shutting down some of the league's top offenses. This is crucial because, as of now, Atlanta's defense has been doing a decent job, but they lack that elite edge presence that can turn games around single-handedly. And let's not forget about the playoff implications. Right now, the Falcons are on the cusp of the postseason, sitting at 6-5, but a move like this could be the final piece to vault them into true contender territory. The odds for a Super Bowl appearance with Watt would skyrocket, from around plus 3,500 to roughly plus 1,100, making them one of the most dangerous teams in the NFC. Watt's leadership and ability to close out games would be invaluable in playoff situations, especially against high-powered offenses like the Panthers, Bucks, or even potential matchups in the NFC Championship. This move also signals a serious statement from the Falcons. They're not content with just competing, they want to dominate. Adding a player of Watt's caliber would send a clear message to the rest of the league that Atlanta is here to contend for a Super Bowl, not just make up the numbers. It's about building a team that can sustain multiple seasons of success, and Watt could be the cornerstone of that effort. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade also fits into the Falcons' broader strategy. They've been building a young, talented roster with a mix of veterans and promising rookies. Bringing in Watt would give them a veteran leader and a playmaker who's still in his prime. His experience and relentless motor would be infectious for the locker room, raising the level of everyone around him. Plus, with the Falcons' recent draft success, including their draft picks on defense, adding Watt would be the cherry on top of an already promising roster. Of course, it's not just about the immediate impact. Watt's presence would also be a huge recruiting tool for the Falcons, attracting other free agents and young players who want to be part of a winning culture. His reputation as a game changer and a leader would energize the entire organization, from the front office to the fans in the stands. Imagine the roar at Mercedes-Benz Stadium when Watt steps onto the field. It would be electric, a true statement of Atlanta's ambitions. But as always, there are questions. Will the Steelers be willing to part with Watt? How much draft capital are the Falcons willing to give up? And what about the salary cap implications? These are all hurdles, but if the price is right and the Falcons see Watt as the missing piece to their Super Bowl puzzle, I believe they'll go all in. The NFL is a league where game changers make the difference, and Watt is undeniably one of the biggest. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of T.J. Watt by the Atlanta Falcons is a storyline that could redefine the NFC South and shake up the entire NFC playoff picture. It's a move that would not only bolster the team's pass rush, but also send a message to the league that Atlanta is serious about winning. Watt's leadership, production, and relentless energy would be a perfect fit for the Falcons' culture of toughness and resilience. It's the kind of move that could push Atlanta from good to great, from playoff hopefuls to Super Bowl contenders, and finally, bring that elusive Lombardi trophy back to Georgia after so many years. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you believe Watt would be the perfect piece to push Atlanta into real Super Bowl contention? Or do you think the price might be too high? Either way, this is a storyline that's going to keep developing, and I'll be right here to keep you updated on all the latest. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep dreaming big, because with the Falcons, anything's possible.